cross into the new year with you and do what we do best, which is share motivation, entertainment, spirituality, and current affairs with you. Given all of this and all the information that we are needing to tackle, let's start from the beginning. In Durban, the political clash, or in fact, excuse me 1 second. There we go. The political bash to celebrate former President Zuma's 9 years of presidency has now been postponed until Thursday afternoon. Initially, the party organized by Zuma's supporters was said to be in Nkandla, northern KZN, late on Wednesday afternoon. However, a sudden change of dates. The supporters, in a group statement, said the party had been changed to Thursday. It would be at Zuma's home in Nkandla. Independent media understands that the changes of dates was made necessary by the request from some of the high-profile Zuma supporters who wanted to join the celebration. The objective is to give thanks to Ubaba and his family for the selfless sacrifice during the struggle years. We also want to thank him for the 9 progressive and most developmental years in our new democracy. Unfortunately, we hope comrades will organize their own transport and bring Thanksgiving gifts with them to Ubaba for what he has done for us. Remembering that Ubaba has an annual event every year where he gives gifts to people. This time around, we want to be the ones to give back to him, given the current circumstances. We hope to see you there on the 23rd of December, which is today at 1 o'clock in Nkandla Homestead, where we will be giving gifts to Ubaba and the family. Meanwhile, another group of Zuma supporters are planning to host a picnic at his home on the Monday, the 27th of December. According to a poster circulated by organizers, they want to celebrate with the people's president, and those planning to join the picnic should consider bringing gifts for Zuma. Gifts from Sholozi or Zuma are welcomed, reads the poster. sihle.mavuso@inl.co.za. Interesting stuff, but 'tis the season. Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula says the number of road accidents have decreased since the same time last year. In his briefing on the Mabopane Highway on Wednesday morning, Mbalula added that to date, 822 people have already been killed in South Africa's roads. It's a 3.1% decrease compared to last year. He added that many of the fatal crashes happened late in the evening or early in the hours of the morning. Speaking to Ray White on the midday report, Auto Association spokesperson Leighton Beard wants to know how much is being spent to deal with the national crisis. We see these numbers during the festive season where many people are losing their lives on the roads as a core function of the Road Traffic Management Corporation, RTMC, but the situation is not improving. Leighton Beard, who's the spokesperson for the Automobile Association, the AA. There was, however, no need to conduct any investigation into how senior managers who were identified as not meeting minimum qualifications and requirements were recruited and employed by the government, Jojo said. This is partly because some of the senior management systems, SMS members who were identified as not meeting the minimum qualification requirements became senior managers before the 2016 public service regulations were instituted. As such, they were compliant at the time of their joining the SMS. The Department of Public Services and Administration, DPSA, conducted an audit of the personnel and salary system, PERSAL, and found that department had not been updating qualifications of public servants, especially when they had improved their qualifications after being employed. A number of departments and government components that are updated the qualifications information of staff resulted in 10% improvement recorded. However, not all departments have updated their information, and the DPSA will therefore send a reminder with a deadline of the end of January 2022. They say, as stated before, there might be SMS members who do possess proper qualifications, but such are not reflected on the PERSAL system. Government departments are continuing to verify qualifications of senior managers, and I am convinced that the number of qualifications that are not compliant will decrease once the verification is completed, she said. So, the number of fatal crashes in South Africa has increased again, by 142% since the start of the festive season compared to the same period last year. He delivered preliminary statistics earlier on Wednesday. Izolo Mbalula said that they had recorded 17 crashes with multiple fatalities since December holidays began. The number of fatalities from major crashes also increased from 34 to 111 this year. Mbalula said the 6 provinces that had recorded increases in deaths, Northern Cape recorded 60%, an increase of 60% from 20 fatalities in 2020 to 32 over the same period. Western Cape recorded an increase from 49.3%, 71 fatalities, and the minister said that most crashes occurred during weekends involving minibuses, cars, and trucks. It seems as if the African National Congress employees have little hope following the months of the ruling party being unable to pay salaries. With Christmas just days away, it appears as if earlier promises to an end of staff's financial woes have not yet been fulfilled. ANC Treasurer General Paul Mashatile says that the party is busy making plans to ensure the staff members receive some funds for the holidays. Speaking during a visit to former Ekurhuleni Mayor Duminkosi, who passed away after a battle with cancer this past weekend, Mashatile acknowledged the situation. We are making arrangements so that they will receive something just before Christmas. The challenge is that 70% of our income comes from the private sector and many have pulled back. We have requested the government to consider increasing party funding. We have engaged with the finance minister and his teams, and his response has been quite positive. The Secretary General revealed the ANC has turned to its ministers, MPs, and councillors, hoping to gain a boost through party levies. Ironically, despite being unable to service salaries, the party is set to go ahead with its annual January statement in Limpopo. In comparison to earlier years, the celebration is set to only host 2,000 members due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Earlier, Carl Niehaus had condemned the party for failing to pay staff for months. In a social media post, the ANC veteran voiced his dismay. It is now the end of business on the 15th of December, and dololo, 4 months' pay remain unpaid. Lies, damn lies, says Carl Niehaus. There has been a late payment of our staff salaries for the last few months, for the months of August to November, which impacts on the ability of our staff to meet their obligations to you. Shoo. And finally, further afield in this beautiful continent of Africa, Nigeria on Wednesday destroyed over 1 million expired doses of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines. The expired doses were destroyed at a landfill in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. A week after the nation said it would no longer accept donated COVID-19 vaccines with short shelf life. According to the head of Nigerian Primary Health Care Development Agency, Faisal Shawab, accepted the donations with the intention of protecting its citizenry, but later realized or released that some of the doses had nearly reached expiration date. So actually, for example, some of the vaccines came in with shelf lives of about 4 weeks. On Tuesday, the country recorded 2,123 new COVID-19 infections, the highest daily tally since January this year, and the second highest since the pandemic. National Food and Drug Administration Director Professor Mojosila Adieye said that there are a few agencies in Africa that test our vaccine before use, and they had already informed donors about this. Vaccination rapidly improving in the most populous country in Africa, which intends to fully vaccinate 55 million of its 206 million citizens before February 2022. Currently, only 2% of the population are fully vaccinated.
We are extraterrestrial.